Howdy, everyone, and welcome to the update for today, April the 10th of 2026. This morning I worked in the accounting office. It was 5 to 1:30. Um, and a couple of things about today. First, I mentioned either yesterday or the day before, can't remember now, that there was an update to our Western Union computer. And and again, I do believe that that's going to be a positive change overall. That being said, every time that there is some kind of software change on anything like this, it does affect the way that reporting is done, which affects accounting. And so that meant today was my first day dealing with the new reports. And do we have an edge case situation yesterday to look at? Why, yes, we do. And that basically led to a 30-minute journey down a rabbit hole, making sure on a new report that we are interpreting something correctly. Thank God we were, because if we weren't, that would have been like a $6,000 oops. So that type of thing. Every time that there is some type of change in reporting, we're trying to figure out what exactly we're looking at, and then we get an edge case, of course. But all good. But those are the type of rabbit holes you can go down while working in the accounting office. The type of thing that, unless you are working in there, probably makes no sense to anyone, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it, but that's the type of stuff that goes on in there. And the other thing, it's retail, so there's a lot of like high school and whatever age people working in and around there. Now, and so meme culture pops up every now and again. That being said, when I'm trying to figure out mistakes for exactly the amount of 6, 7, keep that in the school. Substitute teacher hat goes on right now. Take that out of the school. But accounting hat, no mistakes to that. No mistakes at all, but no mistakes to that amount. Please. Thanks. All right. So, that being said, then after work, also got to spend a little bit of time on card duty. President of the division coming in again. Like I said, this is not particularly a scary thing at our location. This guy's in about once a week because we're a model store for our floor plan. But that being said, we do the guy a bit of courtesy to tidy up a bit before he shows up. And so we spent a little bit of time on that as well. After work, went to the gym, went to the tanning place. And then I came home and started doing cost cutting. All right. This evening or this afternoon, I went ahead and canceled Netflix. Honestly, I almost never watch Netflix. I've almost never watched TV, period, to be honest. But always kept the Netflix profile and whatnot account. Really, this is another thing that we maintain in the hope that my parents would come and visit again and have access to the stuff that they would like. But there we go. So got rid of that today. Amazon Music, something else. Love that service. You can basically request almost any song ever, and whatnot. But which is super cool. But is it $12 or $13 a month worth of cool? I don't request that many songs, and I guess when I do want something specific, I'll use YouTube going forward. So out with that, and those two things right there, after tax, are like $30 a month, and so, and that's just going to be the way that things are now for a while at least, and Um, you know, it's unfortunate. It really is. At least in my opinion. So if you're somebody who is, doesn't know me outside of here, and I'm just some stranger on the internet to you, basically, by the way, hi, thanks for joining us. So basically, I do substituting in schools, and I work at a large retail store. All right, and you know, between the two, I work 6 days a week, and and really, I work roles. The best way to describe like my role, for example, at the store, is I am normally assigned to whatever the checkout area is low on that particular day. These accounting office shifts tend to be among the only shifts that are like assigned specific to me, and where there's like a backup for me, but typically I am backup for other folks. And of course, in schools, as a substitute, that's exactly what I'm doing as well. Basically, and I don't know what this says about me, but basically, I get paid to show up when other people aren't there. All right, that's kind of my entire gig. But anyway, it's a retail store, and it's substitute teaching. And I really enjoy both of these. And I think that substitutes are important, honestly, to the education process. And my understanding is that there's a lack of real good ones out there. And of course, customer service slash retail slash stores. And need good quality people too. The problem is, and if it were up to me, I would just maintain my status quo. I have this quite comfy apartment, and I can go and do teaching and work at the store and I enjoy both of these things, and if I could do this basically forever, I'd be perfectly fine. The thing is, and of course everybody is dealing with this right now, cost of living being what it is, sustainability on the current trajectory I'm on is not there. All right, there's a buffer, but it's not sustainable. At least not sustainable if you want to have any type of retirement whatsoever. And it's unfortunate, and I'm going to have to make some kind of major change. And because I just can't afford to do these things. And saw this article about like cost of living here in the state that I'm in, as an example, and yeah, it's hurting. It absolutely is, and maybe if you're in a store, this is why, if service is not up to your standard, maybe this plays into it. People that kind of enjoy and I think do well at it kind of just get priced out of doing that. And stores substituting just I very well might be getting priced out of this stuff. And, or priced out of this place that I've lived in for over 20 years. And so it sucks. And it's so cutting just about everything. Before I go, and I'm down to not a whole lot of time for today, starting to kind of pack stuff up because, again, I don't know what the future holds. And I ordered off Amazon these gigantic bags. Basically like boxes. Alright? And this is where I'm putting like a lot of the decor and stuff out of the bathrooms. These things open up huge. Now the thing is, there's a meme that goes around where there's a tweaker like this walking into the store. No, I don't need any help. And the thing is, it's a meme, but I've seen it in real life. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining me all the way to the end, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.